Not Your Professional Walkthroughs channel presents.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the official third season of Stardew Valley playthrough here on Not Your Professional Walkthroughs channel with me, your host Max. Well, the reason why I'm starting actually in the menu itself is to select the brand new farm. In the 1.5 version, I will be looking at the newly added beach farm, and since I made the video for how you should consider planning out your map or your farm, I think I might follow one of those ideas. So, yeah, one of the fun reasons why I want to actually go through the main menu is to actually make sure that I select the correct farm, which shows good foraging and fishing and tons of open space. Sometimes supply crates wash up on the shore. However, sprinklers don't work on the sandy soil. So I won't be able to put down these sprinklers on the sand, which take up like 3/4 of the entire map. The lower left part is really good for foraging. We can utilize the beach for crab pots, theoretically, at least some of the narrow spaces. I really hate to keep crab pots on places where there are just too many angles so that they can overlap, and it's just nightmare to try to refill them or take out any of those things. So, we're gonna go with our basic setup. We're gonna go with Kokomo. And my favorite thing is money. Is that too on the nose? I know that nobody's gonna give me money in the game, so this is gonna be a bit difficult. Also, not a huge cat person. I mean, I do love me a cat, especially a fried one, but I'm more of a dog person, you know. I'm not really sure. I don't think I want to go with the basic one. I did have the German Shepherd looking one on the 1.4 version when this feature has been added. So let's go with this fun looking pooch. Okay, so usually when it comes to me setting up my character, it's quite the mess. I like this spiky hair, however, in this new content that has been added, some new hairstyles should be included. So let's see if we can theoretically find them. Damn, look at that! You know, with hair as long as this, you don't even need a dog. You're gonna shed so much yourself. Oh man. This looks cute, but since I'm gonna be a guy, I think I'm gonna stick to the hairstyles of a guy. Yeah, not a chance. I don't really want to go bold, so... Damn, they have added a bunch of good ones. Seriously, how many of them are there? I don't want to make it like 20 minutes before we start the gameplay. Shirt. Let's go. I think there is this cool black shirt with a skull. As if I did not miss it already. Come on. Oh man, this is gonna take forever. Fake tuxedo on a shirt, that's awesome. I don't really think I want to go with a skirt. Let's just go with normal pants and ooh, a nice beard. Yes, please. Favorite thing. I don't know, starfruit. Makes a lot of money. So since actually I have played this through 1.3 version and also 1.4 version. I'm not gonna include the intro. I don't think there has been anything new added. And one more thing which I want to take a look at is to increase the difficulty. So I don't want to go with the guarantee that the traveling merchant or anyone else will have some of the stuff which I might require. If you are gonna play along, you're gonna get much further, much faster, because I need to record the episode, edit the episode, upload the episode, and this takes so much time, especially with the laptop that I'm working with, that you're gonna be far ahead in front of me, so I'm gonna be trying to catch up to you actually. Mine rewards, I'm not really sure what are gonna be the chances with the remix, but yeah. Now when it comes to the spawn monsters on the farm, that is a horrible idea. Especially just due to the fact that there is the combat or the wilderness farm, which introduced this feature back in 1.3 version. Basically, this means that after like 9 p.m. or whenever, enemies will start to spawn on your farm, usually like bats and such. Now, when it comes to me actually trying to utilize, for example, lightning rods as a source of, or lightning rod mostly as a type of fence for the barns or coops, I know that the bat wings might be beneficial, but the biggest problem is that it usually takes a whole long time before you even get inside of the mines and you get your hands on the first weapon. So this would be just totally annoying when I try to go out and fish. Therefore, we're gonna actually go without the monster spawn. I like to squeeze out as much as I can out of... Yeah, I really don't want to reduce my profit margin. The reason behind this is fairly simple. We already are gonna be heavily limited just due to the fact that I will not want to farm as heavily as I would normally do. Is usually my plan for spring season is to go with parsnips, then with kale, get a bunch of strawberry seeds from Pierre at the Egg Hunt Festival, and plant those on that day even, so that I am guaranteed 2 harvests of strawberries. So I'm not really sure how I will execute this plan, but we will see. So I'm gonna keep the profit margins to normal because I'm planning also on buying a bunch of farm animals, having a bunch of barns and coops, and it's just gonna cost a lot of money. I'm not gonna enable multiplayer because this is gonna be for me specifically. I don't have that much of a community around the channel for now. So random seats so anyone can join me is also not that necessary. So let's just approve this. Hopefully everything has been remembered. And we are gonna start off. So like I said, I'm not gonna include the intro because the episode's gonna be long as it is, so we're just gonna try to stick to the game itself. On the day 1, what I'm mostly gonna try to do is introduce myself to the NPCs, do as much foraging as I can, clear out as much of the debris in front of the farm or my house as I possibly can, and that is it. Day 2 will be the game changer, because we will get Willy, or we will get the fishing rod or the bamboo pole from Willy, which means that I can start fishing. And if you have seen any of the other content which I published for 1.5 version, I actually even shown that I was able to, on the day of launch, pull out a sunfish out of the ocean here on the beach farm, which should not be possible because the beach farm is in comparison to the riverland farm. In the riverland farm, you will be able to fish out the freshwater species, while in the beach farm, it's mostly the ocean species. So, yeah, it should not have happened, but fun stuff happens. So, yeah, we will see how this will work out. So, let's take a look at the weather. Now, when you will be actually playing Beach Farm, third day should be always rainy, so you can go a bit more crazier with the farming, sure, but just keep in mind that the other days you are still responsible for the farming process. So tomorrow is gonna be sunny, which is awesome. What's the fortune? So today is a super unlucky day, which does not matter that much because we cannot fish. It's gonna be a bit annoying because it might reduce the amount of wood I might get, so I might stay away from chopping down trees and just stick to the sticks and the rocks and the tall grass so that I gain some fiber. My goal is to definitely get at least 50 pieces of wood so that I can build my first chest and store away all the junk which I will manage to come across. We have only 12 spaces in the backpack, so it's gonna take a while for this. I'm really hoping that we're gonna come across some forageables, especially in the lower left part of the farm. Cinder sap woods or forest should hook us up with at least one spring onion, fingers crossed. And I'm gonna take a look around the rest of the farm or the world or the valley or whatever am I supposed to call it in order to try to allocate as many forageables. If I want to try to have Haley as a dance partner, I'm gonna require a bunch of daffodils in order to give it to her, so we will see. Other girls don't have that easily accessible gifts, especially in the spring season, and Haley also has a birthday in spring, so before the flower dance especially. So if you give her that gift on that day specifically, and if you try to give her 2 gifts per week, theoretically, if the flower dance is on 3rd week or 4th week, you should be able to give her enough flowers. So theoretically, fingers crossed, this time I might have a freaking dance partner for year 1 event. Search for wild forage, chop wood. Yeah, I'm not gonna be selling any of the wood or any of the other resources. One thing which I want to do, just so that I can, because I have not been doing this plenty enough during the 1.4 version, is to actually take a snapshot and have it prepared for the purpose of me having the video. So, yeah, I'm gonna slowly keep showing up the print screens for this so that we have some comparison of how the farm is progressing. When it comes to 1.5 version, the cool thing is that you will be able to move your collection bin, but I think this place is perfectly fine for it, so I'm not that crazy about moving it. However, what I am crazy about moving is the distribution of my tools. This is just not gonna work for me. This is more like it, but I still wanna get my hands on that sword for it to be perfect. But it's gonna take a while for me to get to, obviously. I'm gonna try to make the first episode of the series a bit longer, just because usually when I do this stuff, what I do is publish each episode, which contains 2 in-game days, so that I have at least something to showcase. Now, obviously, it's gonna be a bit complicated, but yeah. My strategy is, if I will come across any form of acorns or maple seeds or anything like this, to stay away from it. I'm gonna try to acquire as much wood as I can right now. This will be increasing my foraging skill, and by increasing my foraging skill, what I will be able to do is get to level 1 of foraging, and therefore then I can actually start to collect those seeds, because remember, field snag is quite the useful recipe, especially at the start of the game when you do not have access to that many things. So I'm gonna try to clear out as much space over here as I can, and I'm gonna start to put down the lovely parsnips. 5, let's do it like this. I'm gonna try to go and grab more parsnips from Pierre, of course, just so that we have a larger crops. The main reason behind me dealing with parsnips is that if the quality bundle will remain in my community center, remember, I am working with the remixed version, so for all I know, there might be actually bundles which will require me to purchase things or donate things like ancient fruit and sweet gem berries, and you can bet your sweet tushy that that's gonna take some time to acquire. So how are we looking at it so far? I have only 14 pieces of wood. That is absolutely horrible. So I'm gonna definitely have to go and chop down a tree or two if I wanna acquire some decent resources. I'm gonna probably leave the stumps in just because I can save up energy this way. I'm not gonna acquire any acorns or maple seeds right now, which is quite the shame. And yeah, I'm gonna probably have to put down some trees for acquiring the maple syrup and the oak resin for production of kegs and beehives. So that's gonna be a lot of fun, of course. Let's see if I did not miss out on anything. Okay, so that should be our first chest allowed to be constructed. I usually tend to put it right here, and I'm gonna put away all that I do not. So let's go take a look around the valley, try to introduce ourselves, forage as many of these beautiful flowers. As I said, Haley will be my priority right now, and after the flower dance, I usually totally ignore Haley, so I'm not the best villager. If you're new to the series and you have not seen the 90 episodes I have published for 1.4 version, which took me over a year to get to, and I was actually in year 2 of the fall season when this update has been launched. Yeah, so it's actually on the 4th week, so we have this week to give to Haley 2 birthday gifts. There is another rose or the other flower which I can collect, so this week I should be able to give her something. Now, the reason for parsnips is also that we will have Lewis's birthday, and he really likes the parsnips. When it comes to Vincent, before 1.4 version, what usually people try to give to Vincent is if they got cookies from their mom in the post, give those to Vincent as the birthday gift. But with the 1.4 version, if I will be able to, by that time, get some crab pots, if I were to put them into fresh water and get my hands on a snail, Vincent now likes snails, so I might have a birthday gift for him, but we will see. It's usually super easy to befriend Penny, Jasmine, and Vincent, especially during the summer season, because if you purchase ice cream from Alex in the ice cream stand, you are able to give this to all 3 of them when they are leaving the museum from their studies or approaching it. They all like ice cream, so it's a good option for you. But yeah, for Pam and Shane, I'm not really sure I will be able to create any alcoholic beverage until their birthday. So this might be a bit interesting. I will have to look up the wiki page to see what else they like, and Pierre and Emily are gonna be also a bit challenging. If I will have amethyst, for example, Emily will be lucky to have that, or happy to get that, so we should be a-okay. So let's start introducing ourselves to Abigail. Let's introduce ourselves to Pierre. I'm not really gonna like read everything right now. I'm just trying to squeeze in as much stuff as I obviously can. When it comes to selling the forageables, it's really not that great of an idea. It's usually better for you to keep it for energy purposes. If you are completionist, then of course when it comes to the items shipped, you will have to also ship the forageables, but yeah, usually at the start of the game I like to hold on to whatever I can. Let's see if we have one more person in the house. Yeah, here she is. So that would be entire Pierre's family. To Mr. Pierre, it pains me to be bearer of bad news, but I feel obliged to inform you of a recent development most threatening to your livelihood. Joe Jacob has decided to expand into Pelican Town. It's too late for a protest. Joja builders have already broken ground for the new Joja Mart. And this is still not addressed, because if you go with the community center, then both what's their name? Oh, will it come to me? Will it come to me? So Shane will lose his job, and also Sam. Sam is here. Yeah, so they both work there, and basically nobody will be able to help you out on your farm, or you cannot hire them. Junimos are absolutely not a good idea for you to put onto this farm. Here we have Leah, so that is another meet and greet. Come on, girl, move. We have stuff to do on Burning Daylight, and there is Alex. Oh, hey, Sergey, the new guy, huh? Cool. Let's see if his grandparents are home. Yes, they are. So here we have George. George does love his leeks, so if you can save up some for him, he will surely appreciate it. If I will come across all the forageables for spring season, I'm gonna definitely try to plant them. It helps with the foraging skill. Here we have Penny. Gus's saloon is already open because it's past 12, so let's go take a look and introduce yourself to Gus. In order to actually introduce yourself, you need to go behind the counter and talk to the NPCs, because if you just approach them from the front, the only thing which you're gonna do is get your hands on the menu. So Evelyn, did I introduce myself to Evelyn? Yeah, I did. I think I did. Yep. Okay, this is the mayor's house, so we're gonna ignore that. Willie is not here, but I'm hoping I'm gonna come across. No, don't go inside. Damn it. Okay, that was extremely unfortunate timing, but that's Elliot. If you are gonna be playing the beach farm and you're gonna utilize lots of crab pots, especially if you want to marry a guy, I think Elliot might be the way to go, just because of all the lobsters which you can theoretically acquire from the crab pots. We're gonna introduce ourselves to Emily. And the sewing machine is already included. I do not see Haley, so maybe she's in the cinder sap forest. I'm just gonna look for her because I have 3 daffodils, and daffodils when consumed don't give us any benefit, so yeah. Also, I need to go and stop by at Robin's place. We did meet Leah, and here she is. So we're gonna introduce ourselves to Haley. She's taking photos by the river. We're gonna be able to give her the first flower. Now, of course, this is not gonna do that much, but we have interacted with her. We have first gift of the week given to her. Since I am in the Cindersap Woods, I'm really hoping there's gonna be at least 1 freaking spring onion. Before we reach higher level of foraging skill, it's actually unfortunate that most of the spring onions don't have higher quality, so the energy which we obtain from them is not gonna be that great. But we have not looked at the farm properly as of yet, so theoretically the lower left corner might be pretty damn useful. Fun thing, I actually tend to catch Dorados here during summer. I'm not really sure why I decided to share that information, but it just shows that having over 700 hours into one game can totally mess with your mind. Can we go and see the wizard? That's a decent enough question. Robin should be open until like 5, if I'm correct. Clint has officially closed down his shop, so that's out of the question. I'm gonna have to wait for him actually leave to go to the Gus's Saloon in order to be able to introduce myself. Gus's Saloon is also a great place to go and meet the people. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna probably have to wait for a wizard to send me the invite in order to be able to interact with him. So we're gonna forage as much as we can because this is helping us increase our foraging skill, and I want to get it as high as I can as soon as I can. Main reason behind this is that it will allow me to be collecting better quality of forageables. It doesn't really matter if we give, for example, to George a gold star quality leak or silver star quality leak or the base quality leak. The thing is, however, that for you it's gonna be much more valuable, like this horseradish here. That can be a nice source of energy, so totally happy with that. Using the site does not have negative effect on my energy. This has not been changed. I am, however, hoping that I'm gonna come across some mixed seeds. Now, some of the farms which you can play on have this special kind of grass growing there, and if you always use your scythe on it, it will always give you mixed seeds. Unfortunately, I have not seen that kind of grass here. Here we're gonna keep the ducks eventually so that we have that epic shot of them swimming around those trees as was seen on the original snapshot from Concerned Ape. I'm gonna let the grass here grow. I'm really hoping there's gonna be at least one forageable item. Okay, there's absolutely nothing, but the 5 hardwood stomps are definitely gonna be a nice supply of wood. So let's see what else can we clear out. As I said, I'm gonna leave away or stay away from the seeds for now from the trees, just because of the fact that, well, I cannot collect acorns, maple seeds, and the pine cones. So yeah, that's gonna have to wait for day 2. Let's just at least try to acquire as much stuff as I can. Already coming across some coal. That is awesome. It's gonna take me a while till I'll be able to get my hands on the first scarecrow. It takes the time or the 4 days of me foraging. I'm gonna actually eat the horseradish because I want to plant the parsnips, and as I was saying, something which I totally lost track of because I have the attention span of a goldfish. The heck was I talking about? I have to probably eat one of these. I know it's not the most efficient use, but what the heck. I'm trying to squeeze out as much as I can out of this as possible. I have unfortunately destroyed the young tree here, but that's okay. He can process. I don't want to get exhausted. Yeah, so I'm gonna probably keep the 11 parsnips to myself. Not really sure if I will be able to ship just about anything. I want to go to Gus's Saloon because that is open until 12 AM. So basically we're gonna be able to meet at least Pam, Shane, Gus, Emily, and Lint. Sometimes Mayor Lewis is here as well, and the kids are here too, such as Sam, and so on and so on. So let's try to introduce ourselves to as many people as possible. Cultivate harvest of parsnips, and we have met up with 17 out of 28 people. Now Robin, Demetrius, and Maru will never come to Gus's saloon. So it's gonna be probably a much better idea to go see them on the next day. But on the next day, I'm really hoping I'm gonna come across more spring onions and the more forageable goodies so that I have more energy to work with. I'm gonna have to try and plant somehow more stuff. I would really love to eat the damn dandelion. Not really crazy about consuming all of the forageables besides the daffodils because they have 0 energy effect. But the more parsnips I can actually cultivate, the better. Also, what you need to keep in mind is the fact that there might be some crows on the next day, just because we are gonna have to wait till we get the scarecrow, which, if I recall correctly, was the thing which I lost the track of thought about. I'm gonna leave it at 4 energy. I really don't want to get exhausted so that I have some lowered energy bar on the next day. Really don't want to take that chance. Selling the flowers, not that valuable, so I'm gonna hold on to whatever I can. And it's 12 p.m. If I would have enabled the critters to be roaming around the farm, I would already be struggling, because if I would get hit by one of them or so, my HP level would be going down, so that would be totally bad. So let's take a look at the TV. No, that's not how I take a look at the TV. Sorry, I had to take a sip of water talking this much. I don't know how teachers do it, man. I would not be able to put up with it. So as I said, on day 3, it's usually a rainy day, so that's gonna be a fun thing because I won't have to spend a lot of energy and time on dealing with the crops. Now, as I said on the beach farm layout or any of the other videos for this type of farm, especially on the layout for this farm, you can do farming even on the sand. However, what you will need to utilize instead of speed grow and quality fertilizer, or just fertilizer itself, is the water retaining soil thingy. I totally forgot the name of it, but it's one of the things which we should be able to get our hands on. And I cannot believe I did not level up foraging enough to be able to actually start gathering the acorns and such, so that's super annoying, to be perfectly honest. You know what, I'm actually gonna chop down this tree in this direction. I'm totally terrified to see it fall into the water and just not be able to collect anything. This is gonna be annoying. All that sap and that wood over there. And I'm not even sure I managed to take a look at the luck for today. Did I manage to do so? Okay, so today is a neutral day, which is gonna be interesting, especially for the fishing. But yeah, we should have a message from Willie. So when you go to the beach, it will activate or prompt the cutscene with Willie, where he hands you the bamboo pole. Training rod is an interesting thing which was introduced in 1.4 version, but I don't like the training rod, especially because in the lower part of this farm, you have the pier which goes and you are able to cast even with the bamboo pole into the deep water, so you don't have to go to the ocean, and from the pier itself try casting towards that large rock where usually you can come across good value fish. You are going to be able to pull out gold star quality sardines and herring and other stuff out of here too. So we're gonna definitely do that, but first let's just water the crops. And I'm gonna try to go and see Willy as soon as possible. Now, I'm not really sure what this is from the mixed seed as of yet. It's gonna take probably a bit longer to determine it, but I'm guessing it might be maybe potato, or who knows. I'm really interested to see how the remixed versions of whatever I will be collecting, either the drops from the monsters or whatever, are gonna be working eventually. So yeah, that might be an interesting thing. I'm gonna grab these and I'm gonna plant 2, 4, 6. You know what, let's just go and put down these 5 minimum. And I might hold on to the parsnips for later during the season or so. So that we have some other crops eventually, but as I said, priority will be parsnips, then it will be kale, then it will be strawberries, and I'm gonna see how that will work overall. We'll leave the acorn, which I can see over there in the soil. Theoretically I can give the daffodil already to Haley, but maybe I should just spread out the gifts a bit further apart so that she doesn't feel like I'm too creepy. As usually some of the cutscenes definitely showcase our character and such as walking up to people's private conversation out of a bush and things like that. So, yeah. Okay, seriously, absolutely nothing for foraging? Come on, man! What a disappointment. So yeah, as you can see, you can cast into water, so I suggest you do that. We're gonna go into the Cinder Sap Forest. Most of this day, what I'm guessing I'm gonna do is try to do as much fishing as I can. Fortunately, these tools are super inefficient when it comes to the use of energy or anything else, but I need to also increase my foraging skills, so I'm gonna probably have to use some of the fish which I will get if I will not come across a massive harvest of spring onions for energy purposes. But the biggest game changer during the spring season will be, of course, when the salmon berry season will start. That will so dramatically change the amount of energy which you will have. It's gonna almost give you the freedom to do a whole lot more. Now, one thing which I'm extremely interested in is the fact that during the summer season, you do not have a berry season such as during spring or fall when you have blackberries. During summer season, there are like 3 or so days where actually more of the sea critters wash out onto the shore. I want to see if this will affect this farm too, so that the entire beach will become this massive stockpile of sea forageables such as coral, seaweed, or whatever else. So let's go talk to Willy, get our bamboo rod, and start catching some fish. I also want to go and introduce myself to Robin, Demetrius, Maru. I'm gonna see if I will be able to catch Elliot and the rest of the people. And also we're gonna have to introduce ourselves to Willy. Willy will be interesting. We might be able to catch eventually a catfish. I'm not really sure what are my chances of me catching a catfish on a bamboo pole on day 3, to be perfectly honest, because for catfish we do require a rainy day. But yeah, I'm gonna see what's up. I'm still trying to unwind from a month out on the salty seas. Well, if you were on the Fern Islands, then I don't believe you anymore. It was a big haul. I sold a lot of good fish. Finally saved enough to buy me a new rod. Here, I want you to have my old fishing rod. It's important to me that the art of fishing stays alive, and maybe you'll buy something from the shop once in a while. Or, to be honest, if I'm planning on doing as many crab pods as I think I'm planning on doing, you're gonna see a whole lot of me, man. I'm not even kidding. There's good water here in the valley, all kinds of fish. Yeah, that's true, but I'm gonna try to focus on the sea fish currently because there might be some more valuable species. I'm not really sure if I want to put like sardine, herring, or anchovy into a fish pond. That seems pretty damn idiotic. My goal will be to put as many lava eels into the fish ponds. Sturgeons are also nice, but the thing is that for sturgeon roe to be turned into caviar, it takes 7 days. However, if you get your hands on a lava eel, it takes only 4 days for the roe to turn into aged lava eel roe, and that is even more valuable than the caviar. Unfortunately, lava eels are like in level 100 of the mines, and sturgeons can be caught during the summer season. So, yeah, we'll see how much mining will I be doing, especially without a decent source of energy. It will be difficult for me to try and pull off something manageable. So, yeah, I did not read most of the remaining text from Willy, but you have probably seen it a lot of times already. Plus, if you are a sucker for punishment, I have the playlist for Stardew Valley 1.3 and Stardew Valley 1.4 for you. So you can go and watch hours and hours of content of mine. I kind of do need the views, that is, if anyone will even watch this episode as it is. Because currently, most people will be probably watching the newly added content from the 1.5 version, which is specifically connected to the Fern Island or the Ginger Island itself. So it depends from every person, of course. I'm just gonna be throwing around a bunch of information, and I already see the fact that having a neutral day will probably prompt the fish spawns a little bit weirder. So this should be a good quality herring. So we have our first catch of the day and something to put into the collection bin. But I'm gonna definitely try to return to the farm and see if I can do more fishing there. Fun thing is actually that when I was testing the beach farm, I was able to pull out a stupid amount of seaweed out of the shoreline. So theoretically, what I had an issue with in the 1.4 version was acquiring decent enough supply of seaweed for my fish ponds. Because you require 200 pieces of stone, 5 pieces of seaweed, and 5 green algae in order to have the resources. Then there's like 2,000 gold or something, or even more when you want to build a fish pond. So yeah, but getting seaweed right now might be a killer thing, especially once you upgrade your home. If you have stupid amount of seaweed, what you can do is, for example, take a lot of the lower quality fish, like a smallmouth bass or herring or whatever, and turn it into the maki roll, and this way you're gonna have a great, easy meal, which will keep you easily sustained at the start of the game. I'm Elliot, I live in the little cabin by the beach. It's a pleasure to meet you. And here we have the first oyster. I would actually be happier if I would come across a mussel, because we require 75 freaking mussels in order to get 1 mango tree from the island merchant. But I'm not even sure how long will it take me to get to the island in this playthrough, to be perfectly honest. It will require me to do a stupid amount of mining, because I will need to reach level 100 of the Skull Cavern, and also because I don't know what will be the required bundles for me to fulfill in order to unlock the boss. It might be interesting. Let's go introduce ourselves to Today is Tuesday, so I'm actually kind of an idiot because Robin and the girls are working out at Pierre's, so I could have actually gone there to see them. I don't see Maru here, and I don't think Maru actually participates in that event. Sebastian is stuck in his basement, so I'm not gonna be able to reach him that easily. You know what, let's throw away the trash, I don't need it right now. Clay has a better purpose for me. We will require clay in order to construct these silos for the food for our animals, and it's actually a great idea for anyone who wants to have lots of animals to actually first construct the silo, and after that go with your first coop or whatever. So I'm gonna go and introduce myself to Robin. Rest of the ladies I have met already. At least I hope this counts. Please tell me discounts. Discounts. Okay, cool. Anything? Yeah, honestly, if you go to the gym, if it's even possible currently, because where I live, gyms are closed, or have been closed for the past 9 months, so I'm actually getting extra chubby, and I hate the fact that I cannot go and exercise. I really cannot recommend exercising enough. It's a great stress relief thing for you. So yeah, we met Gus, so I don't think I need to go there. I cannot collect this, which sucks. Museum. Can I manage to make it to the museum theoretically till 4 p.m.? I'd be able to at least run into Penny with the kids. Okay, so this is Sam. Let's introduce ourselves to Vincent. And Jasmine. Penny, we have met Penny. It's already 4 p.m., so I'm not really sure if I will manage to make it. There's actually no way for me to introduce or interact with Gunter any other way. And also the fun thing is that he somehow does not count into the interactions. So yeah, there are actually 2 of these. God darn it. But I want to keep all of this, so I might have to run back here and pick those up. Let's go sell the harangue. I'm gonna drop off the forageables. I have been... Who am I missing? Oh, yeah, I know. So we are missing Dr. Maru, Linus, Tech Tips, and Sebastian and the Wizards. So, yeah. Not really sure if Doctor's shop is still open. So this is Maru. She works as a nurse. Maru, please move away. Of course, no, the clinic is only till that time. Oh, man. You know what? Since Haley is here, we can actually cheese the hell out of this. So let's do this. I'm gonna drop the horseradish. I'm gonna give the flower to the beautiful lady. This way, unfortunately, I have given her all the gifts, and as you can see, nothing has changed. So, yeah, I know that she loves stuff like sunflowers more, but how the hell am I supposed to get a bunch of sunflowers in spring season? Anyone? Yeah, I thought so. Okay, so we're gonna sell harangue so that we have at least something for sale. I'm gonna drop off these. I'm gonna keep the spring onions for the energy. Let's go introduce ourselves to Linus at least. I'm not really sure if Sebastian will leave the cellar, or what should I call the underground part of Robin's house. Here we have a leek. Leek would be a great gift for George, but for now I want to keep it, actually hold on to it. Reason behind that is I want to get the forageable seeds, but for that I'm gonna have to chop down some trees. In order for us to get to the bathhouse, we have to wait until the summer season. That is when the collapse of the soil commits, and that is when we can access it. However, I do wonder how our energy management will work on this farm, all things considered. Now, one thing which I want to show to all of you, and what you should do in case you are planning on working with this farm, is to ignore all the debris and run down into the secret tunnel. The secret tunnel is located over here, like right down from this pine tree. And what you can do here is fish, but when you cast your pole into the water, or your bait or tackle, the first thing which you actually come across is a gift, and this is a portrait of a boat which you can hang on the wall. So cool stuff. Lots of junk here. I was really hoping to actually come across more valuable stuff. Not really sure what are gonna be my chances of catching the catfish if I won't reach at least like level 1 of fishing. And if I won't sell enough stuff, I cannot go to Willie's shop and purchase the Trout Suit. The Trout Suit will increase your fishing skill couple levels, so you can theoretically use this early in the game in order to compensate for your lack of skill or the lack of the green bar with the bamboo pole. This place is, however, terrible when it comes to fishing in general, at least at the start of the game. So we're gonna see what I'm gonna be able to pull out of here. And of course my inventory is already full, but I don't want to be fishing from here. Should have dropped off that leak. I don't think there's gonna be any flotsam right now washed up onto the shore. It's just too early. It's gonna take, based on my experiments, it took a whole year for it to wash up like 10 crates or so, and they will mostly scattered on the right side of the beach farm. Some of them were actually even like in front of the cave for the mushroom or the fruit bats, and even by the greenhouse, but it will depend heavily from your experience and the RNG of your game. Now, Joja Cola can be given to Sam, he likes that, but I'm gonna most likely keep it to myself. It has a terrible resale price, but the coolest thing about it is the fact that it will give me energy, so we will see what I can do. Problem is, whatever I'm gonna pull out right now is gonna go to waste, or I'm gonna have to drop it, so let's drink the 2 colas. And I'm just gonna spend the rest of the day probably fishing. I don't think I'm gonna be able to interact with Sebastian right now. And so I'm just gonna speed up the footage, catch as many fish as I can, and I'll talk to you on the next morning. Okay, so there's one problem with the money that I have. The trout soup costs 250 gold, so whatever fish I might catch, I might have to go and see Willie, sell it to him directly, and spend that money on trout soup. That's not the greatest thing that can happen. But okay. So tomorrow it's gonna be a sunny day. What's the luck? Okay, so today is a lucky day, so hopefully we're gonna be pulling out some better stuff. Go away. Okay, so at least I can fill in that last spot. Advertisement. I keep finding cool stuff, but my backpack is full. Does this sound like you? Well, Pierre's got you covered. Stop by Pierre's general store today and check out our affordable size 24 backpack. See you soon. Why the hell do you tell me to go there today when we all know that you are closed on Wednesday? What is this? This is some BS. So obviously we're not gonna go to see Pierre on Wednesday because we all know that his shop is closed. At least by now you should know this. Ooh, we found actually a geode. Ooh. So another thing which I will need to spend money on. Yeah, like that's gonna happen, huh? Okay. Since I actually hit the tree, I'm gonna chop it down. We're gonna get a bit more wood because it's a luckier day. At least I think it still works like that. It's a bit weird. It might be like a difference of 1 or 2 pieces, but I'll take it any day. The upgrade for the backpack is definitely something that I'm gonna have my eyes out for. But it will cost me 2,000 gold, and right now, like, my main goal is probably gonna be somewhere around 250. So I'm thinking I might have to go to the beach, and there we're gonna try to catch as many fish as I can. I might stop by the cinder sap woods in hopes to come across more spring onions, because the 3 that I have, it's kind of cute until you run out of them, and then you have to start cannibalizing your fish in order to sustain your fishing. So I would definitely try to avoid that if possible. I'm not really sure if I will be able to acquire the Trout Suit. It would definitely help me a whole lot. So we have our first forageable. Of course, it's the one that I do not need at all. Theoretically, I can give a shot to the fishing here on the pier and try to cast here into water. This was a bit of a failure yesterday evening, so Frost. Oh, come on, work with me. I forgot how terrible bamboo is. Seriously, coming here from 1.4 version of year 2 full season with all your tools fully upgraded and all that jazz is gonna be super annoying. And this is why I don't want the training rod. I'm losing then the possibility to capture the better quality fish. This sardine could have theoretically been of a gold quality if I did not screw up the capture. With the first rod, to get a perfect catch on a fish is really difficult. Why the hell am I pulling out junk? I mean, I don't even have the recycling machine, so this is just completely useless. Now, when it comes to the farm, I'm still not sure if I want to go with the angler tech tree or the tech tree which allows me to craft cheaper crab pots. Honestly, it's hard to tell because I just end up usually buying them from Willy. So, yeah. However, the more valuable thing which might be possible is to theoretically consider getting the 10th level skill for the crab pots, where you no longer come across junk in your crab pots. So the 5 gold which will cost you for bait will therefore always be turned into profit. The problem is, however, if you go without the angler tech tree, the sea critters or shellfish are still gonna be less valuable. So I'm not really sure if I'm gonna go with the angler or the higher value for the catch of the day. And I'm also not sure if these 3 fish will be enough to get me 250 gold if I go to see Willy. But I'm gonna have to hurry the hell up, otherwise I'm gonna miss it. Why did I almost drop the seaweed? I don't want to drop the seaweed. I want to keep the seaweed. I did not have this much seaweed in the start of 1.4 at all. Like, I have already like 4 of them. If I'm too desperate, I can just always eat it for sustenance. But right now, the goal here will be try and see if I can catch catfish. I highly doubt it will be possible. I know a few spots where it might be more possible for me to come across a catfish in the village, especially. Ooh, we have our first chest. Lucky day, so let's see what to get. Yum! Rice shoots! My favorite for spring! Okay, so, there are some issues with this. How the heck am I supposed to deal with this? I wanna... Sure, none of the stuff which I have pulled here will be dropped. So rice shoots. Rice shoots are awesome spring crop. Unfortunately, you cannot hold the wet land, and I always thought that I can totally screw with the game when it comes to this, because I can just like hold the tiles, put down the rice shoots, and they will just grow without me watering. The problem is it's usually not that close to the water itself, so you will still have to water it. I'm really hoping if I put them like here, I will not have to water them. Haha! That's it. That's the exploit I was hoping that would work. This was like my massive plan for this spring, to kind of try to see if I can screw with the game. The problem is, of course, I have the remix in the drops, so there's no guarantee we're gonna get rice shoots on your first year, because if you want to get rice shoots, it usually will be year 2 when Pierre is able to sell this crop in his store. So, yeah, let's go see if Harvey is, he's not working. So he's gonna be probably somewhere around the village. He tends to be somewhere around here, at least I hope so. Of course he's not, because, like, through me and my plan to interact with everyone. Okay, so let's go see if the fish which I have caught so far can get me even slightly closer to the trout soup. This is gonna help me so damn much. And I totally forgot about one major thing. I should not be carrying around my entire reserve of tools in the early game when I'm fishing and I don't have the upgraded backpack. So let's see if selling all this junk will get us to 150. Yes, sir, it did. The bamboo pole is what we have. I cannot even get a better fishing rod currently. I will need to level up my fishing skills. So let's see if the trout suit, which will increase my fishing skill by 1, and it lasts for quite a long time actually, and it will give me 100 energy points. So who knows? This also means that I will be able to cast a bit further with the terrible fishing rod which I currently have equipped, and I'm going to try to cast towards the deep water here. This is usually when I tend to come across catfish. Now, I highly doubt I'm going to be actually able to reel in catfish. If I would be able to reel in a freaking catfish, the first fish pond is getting a catfish. I don't care about Willy. Willy's birthday is somewhere around winter, if I recall correctly. And so, yeah, I'm just gonna be one selfish prick, and I'm gonna try to keep myself. And you cannot be serious with giving me a freaking broken CD when I have +1 fishing skill. Dude! Work with me. Trying to entertain the masses, and you are giving me a freaking broken CD after I have spent most of my money on some soup. And I don't even like fish soup. But as you can see, the bar has now been increased in size, which showcases the added skill. Virtually small bass is what I might come across here, or smallmouth bass. Small bass, what did I call it? Oh my god, I'm gonna be facepalming myself so hard during the editing of this video. I can see that right now. Okay, we even came across a freaking shad. That's pretty damn impressive. So yeah, I'm gonna see how much fish I can catch, and I'll talk to you. Unless I'm gonna come across a catfish. Okay, this is a little lively. This is a little lively. This is depleting my bar way too fast, so that could have been anything, to be perfectly honest. It's super difficult to actually catch a freaking fish, like catfish, with the skill that I have, especially when I keep pulling out the treasures of the Stardew Valley out of the river. Come on, catfish, let's do it. One plus, which I can only think of while doing all this fishing, is that while you are doing this damn mini game and trying to struggle to reel in this bastard, is that the time should be paused. So theoretically, all this time which I'm spending on trying to catch catfish, please let me catch these damn SLB. Work with me. Need this episode to be epic and have at least like 10 views. Fudge! Come on, man! I'm running out of time. I have only 1 more minute and I cannot reel in the damn fish. The worst thing is that I'm actually getting like smallmouth bass or broken sea. Let me try this spot too. I do know that there is a better fishing spot when it comes to like the edge of the town by the bushes. The problem there is, of course, the fact that you need a better rod in order to cast into the deeper water and come across some of the more rare species. So, fingers crossed for a catfish. Not gonna be a catfish. Now. Oh man, this is not gonna be good. This is gonna be good. So the next thing which I would obviously love to get out of possible upgrades is the bigger backpack. It's a total game changer for a player, especially are so keeping the iron and geode. I cannot refine yet the broken seed into refined quartz. That sucks. But I'm really hoping we're going to be able to at least level up my fishing skill. Unfortunately, the Trout Suit is no longer in effect. Which is the funniest thing, because right now when the Trout Suit is not in effect, I start to pull all these damn treasury boxes. What the hell, game? Okay, we have a Brem, so that's a brand new species. I think I just dropped everything into ocean, yeah, or the river. So great, great. This is great. I really still want to try my luck on the damn catfish. I don't think I will be able to cast into water, especially from here, which is like a better spot. You usually need the better rods to go. This is why I tend to catch from here and cast towards water. It's like the only place where I tend to come across catfish in early spring. And it always rains on the 3rd day here, so that's your chance early in the game to get your hands on a freaking catfish. I don't care what you think, but catfish is stupid expensive and difficult to catch. And if you catch catfish, it will definitely help you your damn fishing skill. Should I be trying my luck with the catfish, especially all things considered, since I'm an idiot and I have my backpack half full with the tools that I do not require currently. The time which is gonna take me to go to Cindersap Woods and check for spring onions, if I did not do that already today. I think I did that already today. Just so that I can drop off some of these things. I'm gonna have to come back here for the fish. I'm just trying to make it a drop so that it will stay on the soil and I can come pick this stuff up. I would really hate to put on these things, and I still recall some of the stuff which I have on the pier, where I kept some of the items which I got from the treasure chest, which were some of the rice shoes and so on and so on. It's actually really great that I'm getting this much coal early in the game. So far so good, it's already late. It doesn't matter to the catfish. Catfish is kind of amazing in this thing. It just requires a freaking rainy day and either spring or fall season, if I recall correctly, stages for it to appear. This is gonna be like a smallmouth or something. Problem is that most of these fish have a terrible resale price, so I'm not that excited about what I'm catching here. I was really hoping that that catfish would be making here. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to reel in the two which manifested during the added fishing skill thanks to Trout Suit. But the fun thing is we can be getting more Trout Suit from Willy. Just thanks to having some income, but I'm gonna probably focus more on saving up 2,000 gold so that I can get backpack upgrade as soon as possible. Also, I want to see how on Friday the traveling merchant, when it goes up, will it affect her inventory. This looks like it can be a catfish thingy because it's kind of a lively thingy. Let me be. Come on, man, I was already up there. Come on. Oh, that's it. That's it. Ha-ha! It's there. I made it. Okay. So I'm officially happy. I'm not sure if I want to ship the damn thing or if I want to keep it. But yeah, this is the spot which I recommend for you trying to catch catfish on year 1. And it's 10:40, so in order to come back here, I'm gonna run off to the farm. Because we are starting a brand new save, I don't have the mine cards, I don't have access to coffee or anything, and I would kill for a coffee right now so that I can run faster. Oh. Yeah, but when I usually get coffee bean, the coffee beans are always planted. I'm gonna sell the catfish. You know what? There is some more stuff around. Just grab this. Let's run down to here, where some of the other items were left. Yeah, I should have gone like this to go fishing. The problem is, like I said, I have been till recently, or till last week actually, publishing videos for Stardew Valley 1.4, and as I said, I was down to like episode 90, I think. I started the fall season already, so yeah, that's fun stuff. Okay, can I get to... You know what, I would be able to get to where I left all the fish and all the other stuff, but it's gonna be kind of pointless for me, so, because I would fall asleep on my way back here. So I'm just gonna sell the fish that I came across. I'm just drop off what I can. The items which I have dropped by the river in the village should still be there theoretically next morning. So I should have enough room to take those things and be able to sell them. If I recall correctly, there's some bait, there's fish, there might be some other stuff. So, what is, can be a halibut? I was really hoping for a halibut, but we have some wider range of fish being caught, but I can't be picky. We still have some energy levels, so because we still have some time, I'm gonna try to reel in as many things as I theoretically can. Rain is definitely much better for catching fish. My dad, who's been catching fish for many years, would be able to tell you, and no, it's not even his profession, it's just his hobby. Once he even freaking pulled out a diver out of a lake. And, yeah, my suggestion for him to stuff him and hang him on the wall was met with lots of laughter, but he did not go for it. Let's see how much money did we get now! We have definitely increased our fishing skill by 2 levels, and that is all thanks to the catfish. So catfish is worth 200 gold, so really nice, really nice. But, yeah, if I catch any more catfish, most likely one of them will go into a fish pond, just because it's super inconvenient for you to catch catfish, especially early in the game. So most of our income is from fishing. Now, it's day 4, it's a sunny day, so obviously I'm gonna have to do the watering, I'm gonna have to take a look at the forageables. I'm gonna have to go pick up everything at the lovely village. Today is less of a lucky day, so we might be pulling out some junk. This one's for your folks living in Stardew Valley. Check for spring onions southwest of town where the river meets the ocean. You can sometimes find a whole bunch growing right out of the dirt. Okay. So, because we do not have yet access to our lovely scarecrow, there are some pieces that we might need crops to roast, but it takes 4 days only for the parsnips to be 30, and as you can see, we should get plenty of those. I might still be bothered to deal with the parsnips anyhow, just so that I get my hands on the gold star quality ones, because I will require 5 of them. In case you don't do 5 gold star parsnip during the spring season, you then have to wait all the way until fall season so that you can drop off 5 gold star quality melons, 5 gold star quality pumpkins, and 5 gold star quality corn. So yeah, fun stuff. I want to sell the oyster. I have no freaking idea why do I keep the oyster around, but sure. Let's chop down a tree or 2. Just so that I increase also the foraging skill. It's really important to work on the foraging skill and to carry out the farm. I like to see how my plants are actually doing, and it's usually sometimes possible for the tall grass to start growing in between the trees, and if they get too close to your crops, you will actually get a notification, which would totally botch the whole operation for me right now, that the crops have been damaged due to growing grass. It's basically like you do with the weeds on your farm, you have to do it, unfortunately nobody else will. So yeah, that's that. I'm not really gonna be replanting any trees right now. I might try to utilize some of the tree seeds for the snacks. But eventually, if I will require a stupid amount of wood, as I usually do, what I might end up doing is I might actually end up just planting a bunch of the fern trees. Are you seriously not gonna give me a freaking pine cone. Man, I need a freaking pine cone so that I can make that freaking snack. Okay, field snack, thank you. Now let's finish off this thing. Really hope I'm gonna get at least one more pine cone out of this. And yeah, this is why having low energy levels is detrimental to you as a farmer. Not being able to do second snack. So that's that. So that means fishing. Who could have thought something else with it? Now it's actually gonna be also a good idea for you to theoretically save up the 300 pieces of wood and try to get to the other part of the beach if you really desire that. Because you have more room to come across the forageables. So currently what I'm gonna do with 2 items in my inventory is I'm just gonna take the fishing rod and the field snack. I'm not gonna deal with anything else. There's plenty of pine cones here, of course. I wanna see what forageables do we have here. So I'm quite sure I will not struggle when it comes to having gifts for Haley. Unfortunately, I did give her 2 gifts already this week, so for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I cannot give her anything else. And next week, I will need to be careful to give her 1 gift and to give her the 2nd gift on the day of her birthday. If I miss out on her birthday, then I'm definitely screwed. Fun thing is, field snack, not liked by anyone. Probably it's the taste of pine cone or the bits and pieces of pine cone that nobody can get from between their teeth that is causing the dislike. But what do I know? I've never tried eating pine cone. Hopefully I won't have to. So we have dandelion of a better quality, which is great because that's 35 pieces of energy, but the food snack is 45. Don't wanna hold on to the trash right now. Like I said before, I have a recycling bin. It's totally pointless. Ooh, we have already first piece of our salvageable items. Awesome. But before that, I want to take a look into the cinder sap woods. The coolest thing about the spring onions is that they should be here every damn day. So this is your saving grace in this game early on. That is, of course, if anything gets spawned in, because this is just a giant middle finger from the game to me. They're really trying to make it difficult for me, huh? Well, it's okay. I like a bit of a challenge. Hopefully there might be some more forageables around the map. I'm gonna try to do a stupid amount of fishing. I would just really hate to, as I said, cannibalize my supply of fish, because I need that money for the backpack upgrade. Once I hit the 2000 gold and I'm able to get the upgrade, that's the game changer, because I can either run around the farm and just collect whatever it is that I do require, but also I am able to hold on to much more items and I don't have to keep running back to the farm, which saves me time. Not energy, just time, because time is of the essence. That's a big chubby. Ooh, Elvish jewelry! We have a first official artifact for the museum, so I can start donating junk there. This means that I should, however, hurry the hell up, because they're open until like 4. Then I can go kiss myself somewhere. Second chub. Yeah, the reason why I did not go here on the rainy day is that I know from experience that you can reach a deep water from the small island in the cinder sap woods, but the chances of you actually coming across a catfish there are so minuscule. I just don't bother with it. It's much more efficient for you to go here and do your business here. And by that I don't mean you should pee into the river or something. Don't be weird like I am. Just, you know, try to catch the fish. So let's try to drop off the elven jewelry to be able to start fulfilling the collection. And actually it's really smart of you to try and fulfill the collection, because if you do drop off enough items here, Gunter will give you like 12 pizzas or 12 seeds of cauliflower. And that can be definitely helpful for you when it comes to growing crops or making money with your farm. And how can you allow the previous curator of the museum to take away everything? All things considered, things like prismatic shards, diamonds, and other stuff go here. So you're telling me that some guy just put a diamond, emerald, ruby, jade, amethyst, aquamarine, and all sorts of other rare minerals in his freaking back pocket and just walked out of the damn museum? Remarkable. It's very old. I'd love to study this in greater detail, but it is yours. I've got a favor to ask you. Would you consider donating any new artifacts and minerals to the museum? We could make a groundbreaking discovery together. Oh, and who knows, if you keep donating, I might come across some interesting items to send your way. Still don't know how you get 12 cauliflower seeds, or 11 when I give you some stuff, but whatever. I'm gonna go for it. We're gonna definitely drop off the elven jewelry here. So, yeah, that's gonna be the first item on the menu. Let's donate. I'm gonna put it here, just because I'm too lazy to do anything else. Do we have anything? You know what, let's grab the 250. Now, because we have actually increased our fishing skill, I don't see that much point of me purchasing the Trout Suit to have even higher fishing skill currently, because already I'm pulling out fish of all sorts of qualities, so it doesn't matter that much. But my backpack is now full, so I don't know, do I want to try my luck fishing here? The glass shards, yeah, I can drop these off at the museum. You know what, let's go drop off all these things. And I'm gonna go fishing some more. Since I'm here, yeah, damn it. Harvey has already locked up the clinic because it's past 3 p.m. I've met Maru, I still haven't met Sebastian, and the wizard. That's awesome. But at least we are getting some of these things out of our way. Because let me tell you something, in my 1.4 playthrough, and I should not be telling this to you, but here goes, I totally forgot for like half a year that I should be donating stuff into the damn museum, so I just kept playing the damn game and working on my farm, and what happened was that, yeah, when I donated suddenly a whole lot of stuff, I got seeds for like summer season or spring season as a reward. So yeah, it wasn't not the best look on me, especially with how many hours or in-game years I have spent in this game. Now, I'm gonna actually be finishing the episode on this day. I think it would be pretty damn idiotic of me to try and expect my laptop to try to render even longer footage, and I also want to have the episodes a bit more manageable. So if you like what I do here, then definitely stick around. I'm gonna try to publish more fun content for this game, and I'm also working on some other content, but that's just gonna take some time because I have limited hardware and it's impossible to get my hands on a freaking graphics card, so I cannot build a new computer, which I have already like most of the components at home, and it's just sitting on my shelf, pissing me the hell off, because there's nothing better than having a bunch of sticks of RAM sit on your damn shelf. That is just the most productive use of memory ever. And I can use that added memory because I am terrible with my memory. See, I still don't remember all the names. I keep forgetting about doing stuff. I can advise you to do some stuff, like for example the Trout Suit. That was not even my idea. One of my amazing subscribers suggested this during the 1.3 version when I started uploading content for Stardew Valley. Since then I have uploaded so much more stuff, but yeah, I never thought why I did not try to use the damn Trout Suit, but ever since I started using it, especially during the rainy days, it totally helped me, flounder, totally helped me get the catfish usually during the first spring season. And especially if you know about the damn community center, which I now have realized, also it requires a stupid catfish. So yeah, I might have kept it to myself, but I'm a sucker for punishment. I'm gonna hope that there's gonna be another day, hopefully. Let's see what this is, because it's starting to bounce around, and I don't think this is gonna be like an eel or something. It would be funny though, but yeah, no, this is flounder. Frozen tier can be also donated, one can be also sold. We are getting stupid amount of bait, so that is cool, because when I eventually upgrade my fishing rod, I'm gonna be able to utilize the bait, and when you have bait, it's gonna be more easier for you to attract the fish. And I'm not really sure if I read the 1.5 version patch notes correctly, but if you are pulling junk now out of the water, you don't have to like reel it in or something. But also, I'm not really sure if the bait gets used up. That was one of the biggest issues with the previous versions of the game. I mean, it's a huge help. Or maybe it's that the tackle is not deprecating more when you actually reel in stuff like broken glasses and such. I'm not really sure. But yeah, I think that'll be it for the episode. It was a big one for start. I'm gonna probably do the second episode also a bit longer. And then I'm gonna keep doing the episodes just 2 days segments. I publish content on a weekly basis. I do mostly playthroughs, I do early in-game reviews, I do discussion videos, I do tips and tricks videos. I'm planning on doing a whole lot more stuff eventually when I will be able to build that thing that is sitting on my shelf and just staring at me and teasing me with all that cool hardware which I was able to acquire because I was looking at websites of the e-commerce companies at like 3 a.m, which is when they refresh the stock, and I was able to get my hands on stuff like processor, graphics card, but RAM and a whole lot of other stuff. So yeah, I'm missing motherboard, case, and graphics card in order to finish it. So yeah, fun stuff. It's gonna take some time, but until then, consider checking out the channel or subscribing for more fun content. Like I said, publish content on a weekly basis. I'm gonna wish you a pleasant rest of the day. Hopefully you're staying safe, enjoying yourself, and I will see you in the comment section in case you have any questions, comments, concerns, and I'm gonna try to answer them if I can. And bye-bye.